just for anybody that's new to fleshing. Yeah, when you start seeing these darker spots in your hide, it's not this like the coloration, like that's just blood that got stained in there. A lot of this is because I shot this coyote with a 30-30. That darker spot right there, that means your hide's getting a little bit thin from your fleshing, so you'll want to take it easy around that spot. All right, next I got this beefcake of a more silver colored raccoon. So it's gonna take me a while to get this guy done, but it'll be worth it because this is a big raccoon. I mean, he's a big raccoon. This thing's ripe smelling. Pro tip for you guys, not really, but still. An animal that you have been fleshing has been gut shot. Never neglect this. So make sure you take your knife and cut around that thing, because what you have to consider is that when that bullet came through here, it carried a lot of material with it, and additionally it had time to most likely lay there for a little bit before you skinned and gutted it. So this whole area within about an inch of this thing is just going to be a mess that you don't want to deal with. See all these flies? This is why you got to get them salted pretty quick. When it comes to tacking up hides, I keep it simple. Make sure you get all of your flesh laid out facing the sky. And then what I prefer to do is come through, and I like brads. Stretch that hide, tack it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these hides untacked with the hammer, brush the salt off, and wash the rest of these hides. And I will pick up the camera when I'm done with that. A few signs that your hide dried good is that good white color to it. If you can fold it and you hear it crunching like that, that's a good sign. You can see how pale, just bone white that is, and that's really exactly what you're going for. If you take a knife or you take a nail or something like that, that's what you want to be hearing. I've just been letting the salt cure them and set the hairs. I prefer to wash them after I salt them and then go to the tanning process. So yeah, there's some hides you can get away with not washing them nearly as much. I wouldn't be so confident with a raccoon hide. These things usually need their fair bit of work. And then I got myself some Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1. So yeah, he'll be taking care of these raccoons and other hides today. You can really use any soap though. Dish soap will work. It doesn't matter. Another thing I want to tell you guys, for some reason not many people know this, is that a good tanned hide, as in all of the qualities that we find desirable in a tanned hide, like the white coloration, the pliableness of the hide, even the smell and the texture of the hide, none of that comes from the tannin. So all of those qualities that we find desirable come from the salting, the stretching, and the drying of the hide, not putting the actual tannins in the hide itself. And I can prove it to you. This is a nice white color. If you look at the texture, it's soft. You can see the coloration is ideal for a hide. There's these little pieces on here, but that's not gonna harm anything because we salted it. The hair is good. The hair is not coming out. Texture is nice all the way through. If I smell it, it smells similar to a wood shop. All right, now look at this hide. This hide is yellow. It's kind of like a weird stained color. It smells the same, like a wood shop. A little bit stained. Granted, it hasn't dried all the way yet, but neither has that one. You can kind of see that it just looks undesirable. Okay, now look at this hide. It's no longer yellow. It's got that desirable color. It's soft and pliable. It's got nice texture. It feels really soft. I mean, it's just, this hide now went from that ugly yellow color to this white color that looks similar to that one over there. All right, this raccoon hide is ready to tan. It's been drying out pretty good. The tail is still a little bit wet. It really doesn't matter as long as that tanning solution sits on there long enough and good enough. So the biggest part, like everything in tanning, is the preparation. Make sure that all of the cracks and crevices on your hide have been smoothed out and are exposed. Generally, when you're tanning, you can do it when they're just a little bit on the wet side. I prefer to tan them, put the tanning solution on when they're actually a little bit on the drier side of things. So when you can get that good crunch out of that leather, that's when I like to put on my tanning solutions. The old trappers or Native American saying was that however much tannins you needed for a hide was equivalent to the amount of tannins that were in an animal's brain. So like the amount of tannins that are in a raccoon's brain are enough to tan a raccoon's hide. Yeah, I don't know. I just use enough to get the hide a little bit damp. If you let your hide dry as quick or as much as I do, then that tanning solution will absorb pretty quick. I've found less is more in this scenario. You don't usually want to be sitting there putting a ton of tanning solution on your hide if you can avoid it. So if I did this properly, which it's looking like I did, this whole thing should be dry in a matter of hours. If you just want leather, meaning you strip the hair off of the other side, you'll want to repeat this on both sides. I got these on this box. You can see this has been sitting for not too long at all, and it's already becoming very untacky to the touch. Also, if you do use this industrial stuff, like this stuff, you should probably be using gloves, because I don't know what they put in that stuff, but if it tans a hide, I can't imagine that it's something you need to be getting in your skin. Okay, it is the next day, and this is how our raccoon hide, one of them, has turned out for the most part. It's still drying a little bit. You can see how this is yellow, and it's just a little bit tacky to the touch right now, but this is all dry. The tail is still pretty wet, so obviously that needs more time to dry. But all in all, this hide turned out pretty dang good. This thing, I have no clue yet. I might make some mittens. I might make myself a new fur hat. I can't exactly tell you yet. But regardless, the leather's almost done curing. This is the deer hide. I just got it, the tannins in it, tanning solution on it. So it is currently finishing its tan. It's probably gonna need, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours maybe. I didn't put a whole lot on there, just because, like I said, you never really want to put on too much. Our other raccoon hide right here, you can see it is tanning. This is all dry. That's still kind of wet. This is still kind of wet. Down here is still kind of wet. The tail is actually dried. I do need to clean all the tanning solution out of the tail though. When you see it pooling up like this, you don't usually want that. So I probably will take a paper towel or something and wipe the top layer of this thing. Sometimes they just need longer. Different skins perform differently when you're tanning them, and some of them just turn out better than other ones. If you follow all these steps that I showed you guys, you should have everything that you need to know how to do done. So for me, there's just one more step, and that's to take a thumbnail.